Good morning, everybody. This is Christy. I am the Intimate Warrior. I thank you so much for stopping by. And as always, I send you love. So I meant to do this video yesterday, but time just got away with me, and so here I am today. Today is January let me go double check, the 25th. And so as of yesterday, we are the winter hexagon or winter circle is visible within the evening sky, along with the winter triangle up until the 26th, so until tomorrow. Along with the moon being a waxing gibbous moon. So let's talk a little bit about this. So I have already been talking about the aspect of Adam and Eve, if you will, and merging back within the divine marriage between divine masculine and divine feminine. So the hexagon, or the Star of David, or the Seal of Salomon, whichever you resonate with, it's all the same thing, comes into play here when we are talking about the hexagon. The hexagon is both masculine and feminine energies finally uniting, creating that sacred marriage. It is also the form that takes place, or what takes place when the Merkaba is activated. And I am not going to go into too much detail here. But I just wanted to give you guys a heads up on this. Interestingly enough, I've recently understood that Saturn even has an imprinted hexagon within its atmosphere. So I find that very interesting. Within a hexagon, you can compose or create out of the hexagon the fruit of life. Now, when we're also thinking about the fruit of life, or even the hexagon, the Star of David, your Merkaba, you're also going to have a number 13. And I was actually going to kind of make a separate video about this union again within the heart. We are creeping up on another time frame here where the heart is going, I just remembered why. The heart is being more affected today via a triangle. And let me see, I'm going to push pause so I can go look at my notes and incorporate all this together. Okay, so thanks for that. And I think what I was going to be doing is incorporating what the full moon in Leo represents, where it is creating yet another triangle, not specifically within astrology, up in the stars, but specifically within our tree of life, on our physical form. And so that makes up the number 13 that I am talking about when we are talking about incorporating the heart. So now the number 13, and I guess since I'm already here, I'm going to go ahead and incorporate it. I mentioned this in another video as well, in relationship to what the number 13 is, or the Sacred Heart Union is. Jesus Christ was the number 13th individual with his disciples, including the Last Supper, King Arthur, and the 12 Knights of the Round Table. That's 13, 12 signs of the zodiac around the sun. 12 stations of life in the wheel of Dharma. 13 is the center. 12 tribes of Israel, disciples of God. Just a few examples there. Now, when we go and talk about, you know what the triangle represents. The triangle itself represents the Holy Trinity, the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. This is also included within the Tree of Life, higher up on the higher up levels of our Tree of Life that must be further incorporated and brought down into our earth plane within our Tree of Life. So I find it highly significant that this is actually taking place, incorporating with what I have already been given as a guided system, as well as leading up to the full moon. So I thought I'd go ahead and add that in here today. There's just always a lot to talk about. And sometimes I find it hard to, not hard, there's just so much, again, to talk about. Energies are always coming in, or messages are always coming in, and how to incorporate everything so that you have a heads up. And so let's see. When we were talking about, I think I will save a little more the information pertaining to the full moon in Leo here for a separate video, but I added the 13 to it and gave you a little information pertaining to the 13 in your heart, and what's going to actually take place throughout this full moon. But keep a lookout, and I will get that video out to you as soon as I can as well. Again, so much to share. Okay, so I forgot to add this into my video that I just made about the winter hexagon and winter triangle. Now, they're also calling it the winter hexagon, winter circle, depending on where you go, what you're looking at. Regardless if you're looking at it as a hexagon or a circle, it's pretty much the same thing. Within a hexagon, you can still draw a circle around of a hexagon. The circle is complete union with Source. There is no separation. It is all, it is everything. And when both masculine and feminine sides are merged, when both left and right sides of the hemisphere of the brain have merged, when the divine marriage has taken place within, you are left with a circle. You are united. This is Christy. Much love, health, and healing your way. I am bringing purpose to your life. Take care.